So I'm going to perform section C, retrieve section C. First of all, we're placing chocks, as we always do, in the front and the back of the steering wheel. Okay, then we're going to perform coupling. We're not going to do coupling now, but right, as for order. Chock the wheels, do coupling. Once you've done with the coupling, you're going to the section C. Okay, first I'm going to check my air intakes and electrical sockets, making sure it's not damaged, air intakes are not leaking, and seal is in place. Then I'm gonna check the bulkhead and the side of the trailer. Make sure there is no holes, no bulges, no cracks on it. Also, I'm gonna make sure there is no damages to the box and the trailer floor. Also checking my trailer frame to make sure there is no damages to the welding, no crack, no bends, and there is no damages to longitudinal and cross members of the trailer's frame. I'm gonna check my clearance lights to make sure they're clean and functional, none are broken or missing, and they're of proper color, red on rear and barrels. Also my turn signals, clean and functional, non-broken or missing, and they're of proper color, red on rear and barrels. This is my landing gears. I'm gonna make sure they're solid, there is no damage to the structure, to the cross members, they fully raised. Landing gears pads are not cracked, bent, or broken, and they securely mounted. And the crank handle locked in place, not cracked, bent, or broken, it's locked in place. Also, I'm going to make sure that my reflecting tape, covering at least 50% of the trailer, and it's of proper color, red and white. Okay. Now I'm going to check my air hoses and electrical lines. Okay, air hoses and electrical lines to make sure they're not chafed, no splice, no showing metal braid, and electrical lines are not leaking. Okay, this tandem is fixed. If it would be adjustable, I would make sure that my locking pins are locked in place, not cracked, bent, or broken. Air-ride system is not leaking, and the release arm locked in place, full engaged, locked in place, not cracked, bent, or broken. Okay, so now I'm going to check my suspension system. So these are my leaf springs. I'm gonna make sure there is no cracked, worn, or broken or shifted leaf springs. There is no shock absorber on the trailer, but if it was here, I would make sure it's securely mounted, not damaged, not leaking. Also, there is no air suspension. Same thing. If it was here, I would make sure that there is no damages to it, it's securely mounted and not leaking. I'm gonna check my suspension system mounts at each point when it's connected to the trailer frame or axle members to make sure there is no loose, missing, or broken leaf spring hangers, bolts, U-bolts, or bushings. Okay, so now I'm gonna check my brake system. So first of all, I'm gonna make sure there is no cracked, worn, or leaking brake hoses, lines, and couplings. These are my brake chambers. It's securely mounted, it's not leaking, and there is no loose or missing clamps. These are my slack adjusters and push rods. I'm gonna make sure there is no missing parts. It's securely mounted, and push rod has a play of not more than 1 inch when pulled by hand with brakes released. These are my drum brakes, making sure there is no cracks, dents, or holes, or holes. No missing bolts, no debris, oil, or grease. And also gonna make sure that linings are not worn dangerously thin. Okay. This is my wheel. First of all, my rim. I'm gonna make sure there is no illegal welds on it. It's not cracked, bent, or broken, and there is no rusty trails which would indicate that rim is loose on the wheel. These are my lug nuts. I'm gonna make sure that there is no loose or missing bolts or nuts. There is no signs of looseness, such as rusty trails or shiny threads. And there is no damages to the bolt holes, such as distortion. This is my hub seal. This is my hub seal. Gonna make sure it's present, it's not leaking. And if I have side glass, I would make sure that it has adequate oil level above the refill. These are my stem valves and caps. They're not cracked, bent, or broken, not leaking. And I'm gonna make sure, I'm gonna check my proper tire inflation. So it will be according to what is stated on the side wall of the tire. Okay, this is my tire. I'm gonna check the tread depths to make sure that it's 4 seconds in the front and at least 2 seconds elsewhere. The tread is evenly worn and there is no damages such as tread separation to the tread and cuts to the sidewall. Okay, so this is my mud flap. I'm gonna, yeah, butt spacing. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make sure that butt spacing, that the tires are not coming in touch. There is no foreign objects, and it's even. This is my mud flap. It's legal links. It's not tiered, not frayed. Okay. Now, this is my clearance lights. Making sure they're clean and functional, none are broken or missing, and they're of proper color, red on rear, amber also. These are my two L shapes, 12-inch long, both vertical and horizontal, white color reflecting tapes. This is my trailer doors. It opens and latches properly, and the DOT tape covers 100% of it. These are my tail lights, left and right, which also function as four-way flashers, turn signals, and brake signals. They clean and functional, none are broken or missing, and they're of proper color. They are red. This is my DOT bumper, not cracked, bent, or broken, covered with DOT reflecting tapes. These are my air intakes and electrical connectors. I'm gonna make sure they're not damaged. Seals are in place, glad hands in place, and they're not leaking. And this is pintle hitch, which is not broken, not damaged, not leaking. That concludes my section C.